Well, hello and welcome back. Veronica DiPolo here. So, what really works for you in terms of communication? Are you the type of person that listens to its customers, or are you the type of person that pushes for outcomes? What type of experience do you provide your customers so that they are always coming back and continue to work with you? What is your customer experience?
Hey, I'm Veronica DiPolo, and with more than 15 years being a marketing strategist, you're going to experience the new way to promote your business with clear and unique messaging by giving you actionable marketing and messaging strategies that get you interested leads to transform the lives of your audiences so that you build up your brand with continuous momentum. Get ready, because here's where we say no to outdated marketing strategies and society norms, and we say yes to change from the inside out. Welcome to the Branding Momentum Podcast.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story that I heard this lady talk about a customer experience that she had when she went into a dog shop, right? She had been training her dog and she wanted to buy a leash. And when she goes to pay in the cashier, the woman in the cashier says, "Oh, you shouldn't buy that leash." I said, "No, but this is the leash that I want." No, you shouldn't actually buy that one. That would be the last thing that I would recommend for you to buy for a dog, for your dog. Yeah, but my trainer said that I should get this leash. This leash has been the one that is working for me. And the woman, keeps insisting, and she said, "Listen, I simply just want to buy the leash. No, listen, I've also been a trainer all my life, and there's such and such in the back that she's also been a trainer all her life. So, no, I honestly believe that you should not buy that." And she got into this whole argument with this woman. And the thing is that sometimes we say things and we push situations as to, "I am more than this, I am more than that, I've had years of experience." You want to push your knowledge to somebody else, right? But really, when you have somebody, and this is obviously a physical shop, but the experience that you give to your customers, we say things with motives behind, and I know that what I'm saying, you're gonna understand what I mean, is that when we talk, when we say things, even your ideal customers listen to that too. Like, where are you gonna be in 5 years if you don't buy from me? There's a certain pushiness and creating that fear, or what am I going to say to you so that you can buy my services? If they cannot connect with you and you cannot connect with them and you don't make me feel something, I'm not going to buy from you, right? And obviously the story at the beginning was the woman said, "I fear going back to that, pet shop, because I don't want to see that woman in the cashier anymore and have a judgments on the things that I want to buy for my dog." So they have to know, and hell, right? I have to know that it's the right fit to work and have a customer. I know this is a little bit different because it was a physical shop, but still, you get the point of how conversations go, right? I don't think the conversation is, "This didn't work for me." I think it's, "How are you going to make this work for me?" I think it's also true, how can you adjust what they need to work with you? Right? Sometimes we forget that. And this doesn't mean that we have to become unauthentic or not do something that is not aligned with who you are. But we have to be aware on how rigid or strict we could be with our words. And I tell you, I was very strict and I was very rigid, and I sometimes am in certain situations because I've always took the things that if it's on paper, well, that's the way it is, and we should, respect it, and we should never go outside the lines. And if I learned it to be black, it must be black. And if the sky is blue, then it must be. But then I've learned that, is it really blue? Like, maybe my blue is a different shade of blue for you. Maybe it's a different way on how I communicate, how I express that, right? But also the opposite is true. How we become these people pleasing. We can also end up losing ourselves and what we truly want in our business and what we truly want to have as clients. And it is critical that whatever we're putting into the world, that you are being you and you are authentically aligned with who you want to be, right? And who you want to present yourself, right? That gut feeling that we sometimes have in the stomach, and we sometimes go and we forget about it. But don't confuse, that gut feeling with fear. No, it's not the same. This is the feeling that that this is not right for you. Sometimes we don't get the clients that we want, but it's what we got, right? And we got to work with that, right? And if you want to be a leader, a better leader, you want to increase your sales, and if you want to grow your business, you want to impact, to be more visible, and it all starts with you showing up who you really are. But not only who you really are, but all of you who you are. All of you, all of it. And if you find yourself in a situation that for whatever reason, something that you are doing, it doesn't align with you, no matter how hard you try, you are not going to make it work. Okay? Because serving doesn't mean you need to take shit from others. And I'm sorry for my French there. Having a customer experience for your clients doesn't mean you need to offer them champagne, or you have to put beautiful flowers in a reception, or high-end magazines. No. It's your boundaries in place. It's how you make them feel, how you listen to their needs and give them what they want, without you losing you, that you are empathetic, that you understand their pain and struggles, okay? But also that you have your systems in place, how you nurture them when they become your client. Because what I'm about to say is that we have to, if you are in the service business, yet that you have to educate most of your clients in a certain kind of way, right? Because you and I know that many of these clients come to you because they have something and they need to be educated in some way, because you want to improve their lives, or you want to improve their businesses with your services. So you have to nurture them and you have to educate them. And if most of your businesses, of the business that you're having right now relies on word of mouth and networking, then this customer experience needs to be carefully designed. Because, if people are going to talk about you, then you got to show up in a way that you are making them feel as if you're really taking care of them, but you're also being taken care of you. I see this so much, so many people in the service business, that we think that we are here just to serve, but we don't serve ourselves. You got to serve yourself first, and then you got to serve somebody else. It's like if you're on an airplane and somebody tells you, oh, there's an emergency landing, put your gear first and then your child. This is the same thing. This is the same thing. And the way that you do that is through you being you. And this also applies to online businesses, right? You have, maybe you have a social media presence. Maybe you have a following, an audience. How do you nurture them? How do they get into your world? How do you nurture them on an email? Or maybe you haven't done that, but you would love to do that. Well, there's certain things and procedures that you should follow to do that. And there's a certain way that you should speak to them on social media, and then you should speak to them in a certain way on your website and on your emails, right? Because it's all about connecting. It's all about the next level, but it has to start with you. Your customer experience needs to begin with you. You and your self-talk as well. The way that you want to be given a service, that is the way that you should provide your services, because the way that you want something is the way that people will talk about you, rave about you. Okay? I know this is kind of like a mixture of topics today, but I really wanted to come here, and not many people talk enough about the customer experience that we provide as business owners. I know we all want leads and sales and money, right? But everything that we do in our business needs to come from us. We need to put the boundaries. We need to put the systems in place. We need to promote that business the hell out of it. That's it. And your customers, the ones that you have and the ones that you don't have, need to understand how it is to be working with you. And you do that through your words, the way that you communicate, the way that you say things, the way that you approach a situation, but also that you are authentic with who you are, right? Okay, guys, I'll see you same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.